Hello, good evening. Felicia, you are muted. There you go.
Why? It's already starting.
It's fine. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
My name is
This is live
wrong.
theater. I know you didn't change that either. I was waiting for you to change that. It's fine. Welcome to live theater. Welcome. Well, Felicia fixes that. Welcome to Live with Fefe and Freddy. We are on season 14, episode 20, if you can believe that shit already. Welcome back to your Wednesday night conversation. Oh, there you go. She fixed her name, so that is in fact Felicia Minor over there. I am Freddie Prince Charming, and we've got all sorts of stuff to talk about.
Edward Scissorhands kind of vibe.
I don't know what I was doing. Like my partner comes in while I was getting ready, and she's like, "What kind of look are you going for?" And I'm like, "Oh, this whatever the fuck this is. I don't know." It's like a little bit of like 80s glam rock and like I don't fucking know. This is what you get.
Very Edward Scissorhands. I feel like if you just added the hands, you could get away with this.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Like it's like a new age kind of.
Right. I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Sometimes it's just what happens. Like I know that I'm wearing this shirt and this hair, and then I will just kind of wing it to see what happens.
I don't know what I'm wearing sometimes until I get in here and I put my hand in one of the tubs and an outfit comes out and I go, oh, I guess I'm wearing that tonight.
Right.
And yeah, that's how I know my makeup matches. And I go, oh,
see, some weeks it's a toss up. Sometimes I will like figure out what I'm doing with my face first and then figure out my outfit afterwards. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going to wear this outfit and then I have to do my face to match. So it really all depends on the week. There is no like.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I have to get the outfit first.
Sometimes that's not how that works for me. It's really weird. I don't know. But hey.
We have a jam-packed show. We have some things that we want to talk about other than the world turning upside down. Anyway, self-handicapping. I think I'm guilty of this. Self-handicapping.
We're all guilty of this. If you say you're not, I'm going to call bullshit. Because everybody is guilty. Like, everybody does this.
Oh, I wanted to pull up the video too. I'll do that when we're discussing. Self-handicapping makes us our own enemies. Self-sabotage, anyone? Imagine a world where you aren't fighting over abortion rights. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Is it possible? We'll talk about it. And Nutella goes to outer space and so much more. Sure, much more. So much more
stuff.
I felt like we needed like a question that wasn't. I feel the question you asked me earlier, I was like, we kind of just need something not so heavy.
It was hard because I was toying between the two because
it's so heavy though.
I know, but it is educational, so
yeah.
It's fine. I'll cover it like next week or the week after or something.
Or maybe something will happen and we won't have to cover it. We'll be covering the news about it. Anyway, question of the week that I have this week is, what is something you do for yourself? Like, what is I don't want to say self-care because I feel like we all have this like wide spectrum of like we think that it means like take a bubble bath, and maybe that's not really what it is. But um what thing, or what, I know you do a lot of guilty pleasure things to make sure, you know, keep the vibe right. What are some of those things?
So, um, one of the things that I do is, and this may sound silly to some folks, but when my partner is at her other partner's house for the night, um, I always make sure to do something like play video games. Usually it's play video games, something like that where
Mm-hmm.
I have to think about anything, where I can just do whatever the hell I want. Um, Make
You could
something for
just
myself for
be.
dinner. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I'll make something for myself for dinner that I know that, most people won't eat or whatever. Um, Maybe I will bake some cookies or something, which grant,
Oh.
like in the long run, other people benefit from that too. But like,
Uh-huh.
that's one of the, like, if I'm like, oh, I'm craving this, then I will make this
Uh-huh.
because why not?
Like
I'm a
lemon
fucking adult.
bars?
Oh my God. I'm out of lemons currently. My tree has finally stopped for now, but don't worry, because there's already new lemons growing on the tree.
Oh, goody, goody,
M-
goody.
my tree
So I'll be over.
is
I'll be over to get my.
yeah, you say that, but
You know, one day I just might show up. You'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" You're
okay,
like, "You know
I
what?
believe
I
you.
walked here."
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
One thing I do for myself, um, and it can kind of go into later on, but I feel like the thing I'm doing for myself right now is working on improvement. And if you listen to our afterglow on Patreon, it is my moment to kind of do this thing. Um, mm, so, uh, I feel like
Speaking of Patreon,
I, yeah, speaking of Patreon, you could support us on Patreon and learn more about all the hidden things that we keep like hinting at.
I know there's stuff that we talk about on Patreon that we don't we save some of the good stuff about. Well, I don't know if it's good
Yeah.
stuff. It's other
And,
stuff that we don't talk about on air, and we talk about it off air on our
I mean,
Patreon.
literally, I probably could get fired for saying some of the stuff, but
Eh,
it's fine.
eh, whatever.
Anyway, you can support us on Patreon or join for free right now, um, by going to patreon.com/live with Fifi and Freddie.
I did
And we,
post a new recipe on there
I
for
saw that.
all the free
Saw that.
folks. It's
Saw
not
that.
a fancy recipe, but it's a good one to keep in your back pocket for sure.
You keep food in your back pocket?
Yes, all the time.
Gross. We'd like to thank our patrons Bill, Brandon, Cassandra, Chris and Michelle, D. Drake Jensen and Michael, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Joan, Laura, Madam Askew and the Grand Arbiter, Nicole, Patricia Mason, Shannon, and I saw Suzette join, but I think she's joined as a free member. But
Uh,
anyhow,
eh,
thank you for joining nonetheless. Um, Maybe that's the thing I can. If you all join, it's not like we have droves of people running over here. So, but anyhow, thank you for supporting us. Um, Somebody said to me like we're queer media, and I was like, I never thought of that.
hmm.
So thanks for supporting independent queer media.
And queer
And
artists.
yeah, we're just all of the things at the moment, just all of it. A huge thanks to Wigs of a Kind, Marissa of Wigs of a Kind, for supporting us this season. This is a Wigs of a kind. This is like a old baddie. I don't
Mm-hmm. That
think
one's been around a while.
this is probably. I don't know.
But it's
Ooh.
held up like really well. That's like,
And she's been washed. She's been blow dried.
ooh, oof. Yeah, yeah.
She's been through it, and
I mean,
she's.
we put these wigs through the ringer. Lord knows when
Mm,
Felicia takes her wigs off, they don't always just go on a head all nice and pretty. Neither do mine
well,
sometimes.
if you see this right here, is a wig.
What is it?
It may or may not be on a head, but it's a wig. It's there. It's good.
Yeah,
Anyhow, if you want to support us, you can support us by giving us money. And there's a
we like
QR
that.
code that is like
Mm,
right by Freddy's name up there. And if you
it
scan it,
is. Oh no, wrong side. It's right here. Oop, there,
maybe I'll leave it there. What
right
is
there.
this one? Oh, that covers my
Oh, that
face.
covers. Oh, I mean, you could leave that there too. That's fine.
I mean, if you want to give us money, I will cover my face. Oh, it even does like a little glimmer and glam
Ooh, it's
thing.
fancy. Oh my goodness.
Oh
That's
my
fine. You can leave
goodness.
the other one up for now. That's right. Whatever. It's whatever.
Wow.
Why are the QR codes are
Funny.
different? Why are the QR codes different?
I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. You know
I don't
what?
run this place. I come here, I work, and then I leave. Okay.
Right. That's
Sounds like
fair.
my day today. I just come here, I get the work done, and leave. God damn.
I couldn't do anything today because fucking IT is fucking awful. Fortune 5
As a person that comes
company.
from that world, sometimes it's not our fault.
Mm. No, this was definitely your fault. Your
Oh.
IT rather, but yes. Oh.
Anyhow, how was your weekend?
It was good. Actually did some stuff. Saturday I was over at Brick Road Coffee in Tempe. They had their Other Worlds Expo, which was kind of like their trunk or treat events, but without the trunk or treating. So they had like a bunch of like
Mhm.
queer artists and makers and stuff. Um, did a couple fun readings. It was National Poetry Month, so I read a couple of poems from Queer and Fearless, and then read a couple of like Shel Silverstein because why
Oh,
not? So it's just very chill,
because you're
just
a
whatever.
fan.
Um, we managed to get some decent donations for Drag Story Hour, which was nice. So yeah, it was good. It was fun,
What
and
were
I
the
got out of there
things you
before
were
it got
holding
too
up?
warm.
What was in your hand in the photo?
Oh, in my hand. Okay, so we our fearless leader Michelle had created a like little punch wall thing where you pay like a few bucks and you get to like punch a like tissue covered cup and get a prize. It's like
Mm.
and some of the prizes were spices from Penzies. If you're not familiar with Penzies, I swear to God, I need to be
Yeah.
sponsored by Penzies. Um, they are a spice company. They
You don't
are
say.
they're actually very political. They're very much anti-Trump, anti-MAGA,
Mhm.
anti-everything, and they have spice blends that are called things like outrage,
Oh, really?
justice, the things. What is it? There's the three that's in my hand. The hashtags tell you what those three spices are in my hand. One was outrage, um,
Hold on, I can't find the picture right now.
something else, and the other one was justice. I don't remember what the second one was. Um, but they're a great company. I highly recommend going and getting spices from them. And if you, depending on where you are, they may even have a brick and mortar store near you. I believe there's one in Tucson. I know there is one up here in Phoenix.
Let me
But if
see the
not,
picture
order
anymore.
things online. They are a great company to support, and they piss off the right wingers all the time, which I absolutely fucking love. So, if for no other reason, that is a great reason to support that.
Sounds like good news.
Yeah. So, but that was fun. And then I came home, and so I was waiting. I upgraded my phone. So UPS told me that my phone was going to be here sometime between 2:30 and 5:30. I'm like, okay, I can get home, I can shower, I can take a nap, and then I'll get up and hopefully my phone
Who
will
was
be
the
here.
courier?
UPS.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, no problem, right? So I come home, I try to take a nap, didn't work very well. I think I was afraid that I was gonna miss the bell, like the
Hmm.
doorbell, and so yeah, I got up and we were going to a friend's birthday party later that evening. So I just kind of bummed around and waited, and was hoping every time like I heard like a big truck outside, I was like, "Ooh, is that UPS?" It was
Like a
UPS,
child, just
right?
wanting to see
Seriously,
if the mailman had come.
because it needed a signature. That's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it always does.
Right. So my partner gets home because she was with her other partner, no big deal. So she comes home. We take our time
Mhm.
getting ready. We didn't leave the house and then we didn't leave the house until like almost 6. And
And it's
meanwhile, I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? I'm like, ugh. Because it had updated to 2:45 to 5:45. I'm like, okay, that's still like a 3-hour window. Where the fuck are you? Ugh.
yeah,
So we are literally, I'm like, you know what, fine. It's not here. I'll just reschedule the delivery. It is what it is, right? So we are literally walking out the door and UPS pulls up.
that's crazy.
Like I was already outside the door with my partner following me, and UPS pulls up, and I'm like, oh, thank God! So I grabbed the box and threw it inside. So that was fun, but the party was fun. It was good. It was basically a bunch of like poly people. It
Mhm,
was, it was fine. And then last
mhm.
night, actually, we had dinner. I have a cousin in town who is house sitting for my aunt and uncle who live in Apache Junction. Um, and she's house sitting, pet sitting, and I haven't seen her since we figured out it was 2016 the last time I saw her. It's been almost 10 years.
Wow.
Right. So she was there with her like gay BFF. So that was fun. We went to one of the hot pots in Mesa. It was a good time. It was fun.
You
Um,
drove past me.
no, we didn't. You were gone already.
Mhm.
um and I've had my new phone now for a few days, and it's one of these things where some of the things are the same, but now I have to figure out what I need to keep what I have to log back into, and like there's little features and stuff, like new things that keep popping up that I didn't have before. Like you know how like the phones do like the live picture where, or on the, whatever, on
Mhm.
the video and stuff. So on my videos now, I can actually hold the thing down and take a slow-mo clip and then save that on a video. Like I can, so
Mm.
there's like all these little cute little things. I'm like, okay, there's things that I will figure out as I go, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know my phone did that, because and I have been binging The Pit on
What is
HBO.
that?
So it's a medical drama. It's got Noah Wiley in it, which
Oh,
is
I didn't know Dad was
it's
on there.
it's really, really, really good. I love the format. So the way that they do it, um, one season is one shift. So
Oh my
like the
god.
first episode is like the first hour from like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Second episode is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and et
Oh,
cetera, et
so
cetera, et
it's
cetera.
kinda like
So
24.
right. It's really good though. Really, really, really good. And it's weird though to have like back, in the 90s, early 2000s, we were watching ER, Chicago Hope,
Mhm.
and then watching like medical dramas today, it like the differences of how they handle things like anti-vaxxers, misgendering,
Oh,
autism,
they bring up these topics
all
is what you're saying.
well, one of the doctors is obviously neurodivergent, like extraordinarily neurodivergent, and they
Mm.
don't really talk about it, but it's the way that she handles things and the way that she deals with patients, and and then you have the COVID issue thrown in, like people like have lost their parents or their spouses or whatever to COVID, and so there's that like element in there, and it's a weird sort of surreal. It's different. It's very different watching a medical drama that is takes place now versus like the stuff that we were watching in the 90s. It's all
Mhm.
it's different, but it's really good. So I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a good show to like binge, the first season is already out. Second season I don't think is done yet. So I'm in the middle of that. But it's a really, really good it's a really good show.
What
Definitely recommend
platform
it.
is that on?
HBO.
HBO. Okay.
HBO. How was your weekend?
I feel not as eventful as yours. But I finally got my nails done.
Oh, praise little baby Jesus.
Um,
Man.
it's the little things.
I feel like that's one of those things that you can say that you do for yourself.
Yeah, it is. And somebody asked me the other day, like, have I always had nails? And the answer is no, but I've had them long enough that like part of me, like it's something I do for
Right.
myself. Um, Deciding to get a pedicure. Was a little bit.
Hey.
It was touching that line of like, do I have that much budget left? Not really, but I hadn't been in a while.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking do it. Sometimes it's just like, you know
Yeah,
what? I'm gonna get a fucking pedicure.
yeah. We can talk about it more, but I finally got it done. Um, and plus, um, Sabrina's husband uh, gives like the best like. There's like a pain that like shoots in my calf, and my calf is like really
Mm,
tight, and it looks like if you look at the back of my legs, it looks like this, and it's not supposed to look like that. It's
right.
supposed to like move
Right.
apart. And sometimes he can get that muscle to be like, okay, we'll let go. So it's just like one of those like little things that it is such a big thing. So I had Friday off. I got my nails done and a pedicure, and the Easter Bunny went Easter shopping because. But I have learned from the mom networks, which are really strong. Um, like, what are people doing? Like, everything is so expensive. And I was like, I'm not going to Walmart and buying a whole bunch of stuff that my kids are going to forget in a week.
We don't do
Um,
Easter. Fuck that. It's stupid.
Mine are little. So, you know, I don't want to say that we definitely don't do the religious piece, but more so the fun of it. Watch Hop, um, and have Easter baskets. No candy at the moment because
That's probably a good thing.
in my house, yeah. Um, but while I was there, again, I was crusading, um, and I was like, well, I'm always the one that like gets like the robe. We've talked about this on the show, and I'm sure that many parents can relate to this. I'm either the one that gets the um, a gift card because nobody knows what to
Right.
get me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go look around and see, because I was, I guess I was on one. Um, so I weird thing is, like sometimes I look at the books in the dollar store, but then I'm like, I don't think there will be a book that I want at the dollar store. Maybe I'll find like a, because then again, I was thinking about the kids, and I was like, oh,
Right.
maybe I'll find like a little Easter book or something. No, there's a book sitting there, like dead center,
Huh.
and it says Element of Design. And
Ooh.
yeah, and so like I'm like, what is a book like that doing in the dollar store? And so
Huh.
it was $1.25, And it's by Greg
Fucking
Hoffman.
tastic. Like that's
Yeah, and
like
it's by Greg Hoffman, who is the who was a designer at Nike. Um, and it's almost like the universe was like, "Hey, this book is right here. You've been through some shit,
mm-hmm.
so you need to pick
Mm-hmm.
up this book."
Mm-hmm.
hmm And so I did, and let's just say I feel like, and somebody told me the other day um, that I need to be patient with my journey, and because sometimes as a creative, you think of like the end before you think of what's coming, like this space in between the end. We don't think about this. We think about, oh, that costume needs to be done. Like, oh, this
Right.
look is going to look like this at the end. But then you start putting on the makeup and you go, oh shit, this isn't working. Oh, and then by the time you get done, you either have what you want or you made it work to substantially fit what it was. Or I'm on a journey. I need to be patient with my journey, work on my journey. Um, so that was there. I have started reading it, and to say that I felt aligned, um, very much so. Especially because the journey is kind of similar, but I'm on a smaller scale. I'm not making Nike ads, but hmm. So it was a low key Easter weekend, but um, I think the message of the weekend was when helping others, don't forget
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Yup. Yeah. That makes sense.
hmm
That makes sense.
And speaking of helping others, let me help you get the next segment
Thank you.
started. Hmm?
Uh,
I'm so. Oh, I was gonna find the. Let me find it while. You go ahead and
okay.
start.
So for tonight, I'm going to talk a little bit about self-handicapping, and this is a thing. The other day, I saw a short video where the creator was talking about self-handicapping, and I immediately thought, oh, this should be
Oh,
something
let
that we
me
talk
find
about.
it.
Um,
Here,
what
keep
is
playing.
self-handicapping? Like on the surface, it sounds like taking a mallet to your kneecaps, but that's not what it is. Self-handicapping is described as a psychological defense mechanism where we create obstacles to their own success, to our own success, to protect our self-esteem by arranging excuses like procrastination, reduced effort, and substance use. We can blame the outside factors for the lack of a completion or success rather than a lack of ability or taking full accountability.
hmm
It often stems from fear of failure, fear of rejection, a sense of perfectionism, or a lack of self confidence. And like I said, if you are going to try and tell me that you do not do this, I'm going to call bullshit because you do, whether you admit it or not, whether you recognize it or not. So there are two real types of self handicapping. There's behavioral, which means that you are actively creating obstacles, like procrastinating, not
Yep.
practicing,
Yep.
taking on too much work to justify a potential failure. And, I didn't, I didn't, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to, I procrastinated on this. I waited too long. Um, Practicing could be anything from a musical instrument to your craft to makeup to whatever it is, art, whatever,
Oh,
whatever requires
I'm gonna
practice.
stone that suit before.
Aha. Sure. See, there we go. Then there are self-reported handicaps. And
What is
the
that?
self-reported handicaps are blaming external factors. So you're not
Hmm.
feeling well, stress, lack of time, which, I mean, let's be real, when we look at things, how often are those things actually real?
Hmm.
Right? So I don't know about y'all, but I am guilty of both. I have done both for sure. I have absolutely procrastinated on this thing over here by doing this other thing over here. So I didn't have to do this thing over here. Lack of time is a big one. Oh, I just didn't have time. I probably
Um,
could have had time.
so I feel like I had this conversation with my mom the other day. Is that so we've been conned into thinking that multitasking
Right.
is a helpful thing.
Hmm.
And in return, it is not, because um, focusing on the one thing is what gets you ahead, right?
Right.
Unless it calls for like multiple steps in the
Right.
process. But multitasking, as it is pertaining to like this, creates this chaos for ourselves. And we are this. And we're like, we got so much done.
But did you really?
No.
It's, and if you say that you have never done this, then like I said, I'm calling bullshit. You either are not being honest with yourself or you're just flat out lying and refusing to admit that you do this, because everybody does. On the surface, it may seem harmless, oh, I just, I didn't have time, so I didn't know, I wasn't feeling great, I had a headache, there was so much to do, and I couldn't, I just, couldn't make it work, or I did this other thing instead, I did, but the problem, oh my god, the problem is that there are some real consequences of self-handicapping, um especially if it's something that happens regularly. So performance reduction, while what when it comes to self-handicapping, it's really about protecting your ego, right? We don't want to fail, we don't want to
Mhm.
fuck up, we don't want things to be less than, we don't want to, maybe we're perfectionists, maybe, that is, if it's not perfect, then it's not good enough, right?
Perfect to
But
a certain extent.
so while your ego is protected in the short term, it can lead
Hmm.
to poor performance and poor outcomes in the long term.
Uh-huh.
Because your performance is suffering, because you're either doing things half-assed, you're not really doing things at all, you're doing what you're making excuses as to why you couldn't get X, Y, and Z done.
Hmm.
Um, it can lead to long-term self-esteem issues. It creates that self-fulfilling prophecy where avoiding effort leads to failure, and thereby reinforcing the need for more handicaps. And
So
we've all seen those people. Even if we're
so
not those
there
people, we've seen those people.
where I have seen this before is let's take me as an example. Self-handicapping would be a perfect example of me almost winning a crown by this much. And then totally like mind is like over here now. And people are like looking at me like, girl, what is happening right now? Chances, killing them, just killing them.
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
in the room just like, what is happening? Um, Other things that I feel like I am starting to get a grasp on is when I'm working. I work in the marketing field, which often in the book that I'm reading, um, it clarified something that happens with designers is they started calling them the short line cooks, because
Hmm.
you may be in the middle of this huge project that you have to put all your mind into, and then you see the little chat just ding, and
Yep.
you're like, what is that? It's saying, oh, can I have this by like 2 o'clock? And it's 1:45. And so your brain is like, no, no, we're doing this project. But I can't say that.
Right.
I, and so, like, the short line cook is thinking, okay, I'll get this done and then I'll get back into it. But then sometimes I don't. I get sidetracked. I'm over
Yep.
here doing this. And then um, I would also say that the phone, I had to like get to a point where I put my phone on a mode where it disables the social media. Keep in mind, I work in social media, but like I had to disable the apps because
Mm-hmm.
like it was becoming a thing where I was like, oh, let me check the messages. Oh, let me. So if
And
you
then an
haven't
hour
heard something in a
later,
while,
right.
that's probably why. Because I have been turning it off. I wasn't finding that I was getting anything done. I was,
Right. And when you do that, when you procrastinate and do stuff like that, and then you avoid the effort, and you're just like, well, it's fine. It was going to suck anyway. I wasn't going to be good at it anyway. I wasn't
yeah.
going to finish it anyway. I wasn't. And then it just becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy. Um, it can also lead to strained relationships because that self-sabotaging that you're doing can negatively affect both personal and professional relationships.
Hmm.
And with like when it comes to like drag, a lot of times the professional and personal relationships are kind of
Intertwined.
intertwined. These are people that, are often your friends, but you also work with them. And, if you're putting on a show or whatever, it's like, all right, well, oh shit, I didn't get to do this. I'm just going to pull this out of my hat and do this half-assed number where I barely know the words. Costuming is, whatever. Or you don't do what you're supposed to do and get music to people on time. Maybe you don't show up. Maybe you cancel last minute because you're just like, I don't feel like going. And
Mm.
that again is those things where it that creates that cycle, and it can affect all sorts of things. Like it's not just about you. And when we like when your friends or your colleagues or whatever start seeing that you can't be trusted essentially with getting
Hmm.
shit done, doing things on time, being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, then it's like, okay, well, I obviously can't trust them with this project. I can't trust them to, do what they need to do. So I don't know that I can book them in this show
As
because I don't trust that they're going to show up. I don't trust that they're going to bring their
as the
best. I don't
person
trust like,
that is reliable, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together because when people
well,
are like, "Hey, are you available to do this project?" and I'm like, "No, I got a lot going on already."
even with you, there was a year or so there where it was
Hmm.
like you
Hmm.
had a lot of shit, and there were some things that were like, fuck, okay, well, like it was a
Well, and that's
thing.
a self admission kind of thing.
And so it's a thing. And so fun fact, in studies it's actually been shown that men tend to be far more inclined to behaviorally self-handicap than self-report. So men are more likely uh, to
Self
procrastinate.
sabotage and
They'll
everything.
work on a different project over here. They'll take on too much work and they'll be like, oh, I can't do this thing over here.
Maybe that's the answer to your question, because most drag queens are AMAB.
Hmm.
Um, maybe that is the answer.
Maybe it is, but then because I see a lot of like I see a lot of queens that will like I'll book people for something, and then I get a message and I'm like, hey, I triple booked myself. I'm like, don't you have a calendar? Like,
Hmm.
why do you not have a calendar? I don't understand.
That has only happened to me maybe like once or twice.
That
Um,
has happened to me multiple times when I've been booking things, and I'm like, that's why there's certain people I won't book anymore. I won't even ask them. I'm like, I don't trust that you're going to show up. Like, and it sucks because I'm like, you're a good performer, but I also can't trust you. So,
ooh,
like,
that's hard.
you're right. Um, and so, how do you get out of that, right? How do you get out of that cycle of self sabotage, of self handicapping?
Mhm.
It's linked to a fixed mindset, which means that, like, you view ability as fixed and unchangeable. Like, I am this good at this thing over here, but I'm not so good at this thing over here. So I can't, I couldn't possibly get better at this thing. So I'm just going to do this thing that I am good at. And we'll just leave that,
Mm.
like you, ability is just what it is. It doesn't change, which is
Ooh.
inherently false. Um,
Mhm.
and people see failure as a sign of unintelligence.
Ooh.
So, oh, well, if I fuck this up, then, obviously people are going to see me as dumb, or I think of myself as, a fucking idiot because I can't do this thing,
That is
which is not true either. Failure does not indicate intelligence one way or the other. It just means that whatever it is you were doing didn't work, which is
oh.
fine. It doesn't fucking matter.
I read a quote that failure is like the lesson and the opportunity or something like that. Um, I mean, the best part of being human is that we get to make mistakes and hopefully live to tell the tale and then
Right.
go on and do something else. So,
The only real way to be able to get out of that fixed mindset is to
mhm,
adopt a growth mindset. That's about the only way to be able to combat self-handicapping. And you have to focus on, like, learning, on the effort that you put into something, like the progress over perfection. Like,
mhm,
like my Cthulhu jacket that I made. Like, is it like Ashley Bear, like level of, like, painting and shit? Fuck no. But for me, it's great.
mhm.
Like, I am not an artist. I can't draw for shit. But I am really proud of what I did with that jacket. Like, that for me, that is great. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that, even though I procrastinated and didn't do it for a while because I
Oh,
kept
that's the
saying
jacket you procrastinated on?
I procrastinated on everything for Wild West Con. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's like, all right, well, I have to do this. I can't not do this. So I have to do it. So I'm just gonna have to fucking knuckle down, and I'm gonna have to fucking do it. And in the end, I love what it turned out to be. Like, and you know, once you are focusing more on, like, the learning aspect, the effort, the progress over perfection, it helps reduce the need for self-handicapping, because then you don't feel like you have to avoid X, Y, and Z. And to break the habit, you need that self-awareness, know that you're doing it. You have
Mhm.
to understand how to set realistic goals, because and
Ooh,
that's another thing. And that kind of goes with the progress over perfection, right? Because, again, I'll go back to my jacket. I am not an artist. I don't draw.
does this
So,
kinda go, hand in hand with, um I feel like this is the ADHD thing. Like you
abs-
feel like you can expand the time because you're like, I'm really good at this.
right.
I'm maybe not so good at this, but then I'm like, I can stretch the time.
Right, to avoid doing the thing over here that you're not so
Yeah.
good at. Yeah, no, that's totally a thing.
Yeah.
And that's why, you have to set realistic goals. You have to understand, what your level is at. And if you are, like, you can learn, but for what you're currently working on, are you going to be able to learn what you need to learn, or do you need to readjust your goals and then learn more as you go later? You know what I mean?
My because I know that I am not good at stoning better than I was.
Yes.
the thing that I have gotten into the habit of doing, and I do this when I know that I have what I have for the photo shoots or whatever coming up. I'll say, okay, for an hour each night before this, whatever, the pageant,
Hmm.
the this, that, and the other, I will put time into putting this together.
Hmm.
Um, because I think nugget size or bite size is sometimes the way to conquer it. Because there's no way I'm gonna like stone an outfit.
And
And
sometimes that's what
I
you
mean,
need to do is just
some people can,
right.
but that's not my
But that's
capacity.
where you
That's
have
not
to
my thing.
understand where your limits are and, how to adjust. And you can't be afraid to fail. And failure is subjective anyway. It really is. Because when you fail, you learn. And when you
Mhm.
learn, you grow. And failure is uncomfortable in any form,
It
whether it's
sure
something
is.
small, whether it's, like it can be something as small as over baking cookies. You know what I mean? Like you don't think about it and you
If you
forget
have
the
watched
cookies and
this
you're like,
show, you
fuck.
have watched failure in
Yeah.
real time.
And we've learned every single time there's been something like we've gone to like we trying to fix it the next time. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, what the fuck? Um, but in that discomfort is where growth happens. When
Hmm.
you're comfortable, you don't grow. So that's how people stay stagnant. That's how people, like if we're talking about drag, right? That's how people don't change their drag for 20 fucking years. That's how people like they nothing changes. It's all the same. Like you don't see them trying anything new. You don't see
Oh,
them
it's scary, but it looks the same.
right, trying to branch out. You don't see them trying to do anything. Like I am constantly trying to learn new shit when it comes to drag because I'm like, okay, I'm not quite done yet.
Yes.
And again, I am not the artist that some of these like newer kids are. Oh my god, some of these new folks that are coming up in drag. I'm like, god, I wish I could paint like that. I can't. So I do what I can. And for what I can do,
Mhm.
I'm happy with what I can do. And I know that I have good enough stage presence that I can still learn and grow with the makeup and you know what I mean? So like there's things that like you just have to understand where you're at.
But I also
Like
want to say, um, challenging yourself is healthy. And if you fail,
absolutely.
sometimes, and there's a big thing in like the entrepreneur communities that like failure is the goal, and
Right.
you think that that is the craziest thing you've ever heard, but failure is the goal.
Well,
Yes,
when it comes to like sometimes like end-to-end testing, like in like in the corporate field and stuff like that, like
mhm.
that sort of shit, like you want to see what doesn't work. Because if it doesn't work, then you have to that okay, well, this can't go into production this way. We have to
I
figure out
also
why
find
this
it
isn't
very
working. Like
helpful.
regression testing and all that shit that happens.
I
Like
find it very helpful when like leadership is saying, "Well, why isn't that working?" Well, here's some things I've
let's
tried.
right, let's figure out why this isn't working. And it's important to again make realistic goals, understand where you're at,
Mhm.
and adjust accordingly. Like when it comes to like challenging yourself, they'll see me sometimes. I'll ask for like, hey, somebody give me an idea for what to do with my face. Like I don't know what to do with my face this week,
Mhm.
and people will throw ideas at me. Several of my faces, like the a few weeks ago, I did like the Lisa Frank kind of looking thing. That was somebody was like, uh I asked my friends, and my friends were like, someone was like, be a leopard, and someone's like, be like a pink leopard. Someone was like, oh my god, do a Lisa Frank inspired leopard. And I'm like, bingo, there
Mhm.
we go. So I had
Oh,
to
that was the
figure.
week we dressed alike
I
somehow.
think yeah, without knowing, right. So like it's so easy to find little ways to be able to challenge yourself, to step outside your comfort zone, to step outside your box, do something new, do something that is different,
My question
you
is,
know.
um, I like I like the plain Jane. This is mostly for drag and entertainment. I like the plain Jane. I can do the play Jane really easy. But I love the like for Halloween, I always do something
Right. It's like
where
when you, because I think a lot of people when they see you, they just, this is what they right here. This is what they see. This, you know, sort of a basic phase.
mhm,
But I'm like, y'all don't know, when Felicia puts her mind to it, when she's inspired, she can paint. She can do something fun and
mhm.
different. And you don't do it all the time, and you don't have to do it all the time. But
No, but you give me a
like,
good theme show and I can
right,
run away with it.
right.
Um, but I always wonder why people don't, because speaking of Halloween, I think like people are like, "Oh, I'm so gory," but then I'm like, "Wait, but this, what did we didn't touch this.
Right, right.
We
My
haven't seen
favorite is
this."
like the at Halloween when queens are like, "Oh my god, I'm so spooky," and they have like your face, and then like a drop of blood like right here, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's spooky. Yeah, you're like a drag monster. Good
No,
for you.
no, I
Good for
mangle it.
you."
I change it.
They're like, "Look, I'm wearing pearls that look like blood on my neck." I'm like, "Hey, good for
those are
you.
not those
Good
can't be too
job. I'm so proud of you." Mm.
good.
So,
Mommy's so
so
proud.
moral of the story is know yourself, know your limits, make realistic goals, and acknowledge when you are self-handicapping so that you can start trying to break the cycle.
Mhm, mhm,
And
mhm,
again, if you
mhm.
say you don't do it, I'm gonna call bullshit, because everybody does.
Every
Everybody does.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
One thing I think we should acknowledge the creator because I feel like creators are going through it
Mm,
at the moment. A mill,
Amelia. Yeah.
that is their name, and we can share the link to their the short that they did, and love following them because they do the gay agenda every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. They're fabulous.
Um, without fail, unless something comes up. But definitely enjoy them completely. Um, let's get into the heaviness of. Okay. Um, be ready. Bye. Be right back.
Okay. I don't wanna.
Right. Right.
I
Oh, you really
know.
put it in
Why
there.
can't we just be one of those drag live streams where all we do is talk about RuPaul and be like, "Oh my god, girl."
Yeah. Well, I haven't caught up on the season, so that's not gonna happen.
I've never watched
Um,
any of it, so there's that. It's a very short
um,
show.
the, the Cheeto in charge is just doing things. We start things, we end things, we say we're gonna do something. Was this before he said the things that he said the other day?
I think so. It's hard to tell. It's all very unhinged
It's very
and psychotic,
blurry.
but right.
It's very chaotic.
Is it it's the chicken or the egg kind of thing?
Yeah, okay, so two things happen then, or three. A lot of things. Um, the Cheeto in charge decided to start his Easter morning by choosing violence.
Literally.
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 Bright and early Sunday morning, he posted on his pedo social platform. We're not going to name it here because I feel like those things trace transcripts.
Mhm.
And if you've not noticed, I don't call that person by their name because, ugh. Anyway, posted an abusive and explicitive filled threat
Expletive.
to Iran, in which he called the Iranian government to open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards.
Can you imagine if Obama had said that?
Well, first and foremost, Obama wouldn't have created his own platform to speak on because
Also, Obama would never, but still.
Obama would.
Can you imagine?
Mm-mm. Plus, he said, that on Monday, I think it was Monday, that a whole civilization was about to be obliterated.
I don't understand how this is not enough for him for his whole fucking to just be gone. Like, you can't
Yeah, so I just, do we write our senators? Do we talk to them? Do we talk to our House representatives?
Nobody is speaking up. That's the fucking problem. I know people that are calling their senators. Like, I know people that
But
are
there,
emailing and
so
calling and
there
like,
are actually some members of the Republican Party starting to be a little bit like, ain't this a little bit crazy right now?
look,
Like,
when you have Marjorie Taylor Greene and Bernie Sanders basically saying the same thing, like, hello,
oh, wow.
like there's a
Grandpa Bernie?
there's a
Grandpa Bernie is
America, you
gone?
in danger, girl. Like, this is a problem.
Hell. So yeah, this is happening. Um, I don't want to read the full post.
It's
Disturbing.
it's unlike anything that has ever been said publicly ever.
Also, I read today that somebody is suing Dump Truck because he refuses to like something about historical. Uh, ooh, I need to find this because he is refusing basically to have his history written the way it's being happening.
He doesn't get to say he has, like, you don't get to
He's
be
trying
like,
to
no, you can't
whitewash
tell the
everything
truth.
else. Why not
Right.
whitewash this?
I'm like, no, you don't get to, no,
Make
you
it
don't get
sound
to
like
tell
the
people
pieces
they
go
can't,
together. Make it.
like, that's not how this
Make it
works,
sound
but
like
okay, cool, whatever. It's fine.
that works. You don't do well in school, so you just pay the teacher. So now you pay the historians to put it together the way
Right.
you want it.
Right. Yeah, nobody's going to buy that. And we just have to wait a few years and then he'll be dead and then we can actually just put things out there the way that they're supposed to be. So,
Oh, I'm waiting for. Okay, so it's slowly happening again, like it did the first time. It's like things like start to leak out, or
mhm,
things start to happen, or people like get arrested, and you're
right.
like, "Ooh, what is that about?"
Right. It's like his all of his people start falling apart. All of a sudden you see people getting fired left, right, and center, and you're like, what?
Hmm.
But you
Girl,
appointed
I
these
thought you was
people.
like the home girl, but now you're
Like,
getting fired.
you brought these people in. Like, and that's what always happens. That's always, it shows you how much of, like, how
Oh, he didn't check their
completely
credentials.
unhinged and
It's okay.
unstable
It's
everything
okay.
is,
It's okay. They don't
because
need credentials. They
you
don't need
never see this
credentials.
shit happen in any
But if
other
Obama had done
administration.
this,
You don't see this shit happening in any other administration, like, ever. Like, this is not. This is.
and how
It's.
Christian-like is this? Oh, Easter.
Oh, it's very Christian-like. It's not Christ-like, but it's very Christian.
Oh God.
There's a difference.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's continue, shall we? Uh, bipartisan. Keep this in mind as things get more terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That bipartisanship is going to happen because they're going to start agreeing.
Right.
In this case, the Dems and the Reps, the little Reps and the little MAGAs, in Texas have voted to abandon the plans that dump truck had to put a border wall through not Big Bend, Big Bend National Park. Many lawmakers lobbied against the proposed 30-foot border wall that was going to go through a national park.
The fuck? I can't.
Remember earlier in this, he was going to sell all the national parks, y'all.
Right. Right.
And then we all were like, what the fuck?
Right.
I don't want to. No, we're not buying land on the Grand Canyon.
Right. That's not.
We're not doing this. We're not selling. We're not buying. We're not. No. No. Tell him to go sit down. No. So. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. The next one. This continues. I wish I was making this up. Really do. Video from Iran shows thousands of civilians forming human barriers around power plants, which he was saying that this is going to be power plant day or whatever. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
in an attempt to dissuade dump truck, I'm gonna laugh if he, never mind, from bombing after he threatened that. He also threatened that he was going to do things to open the strait so that
Yep.
his goods can go through.
Yep.
Um, yeah, just
He
gonna.
literally said that a whole civilization might die tonight.
Uh, remember, he's for the children. Remember,
Right.
still
Right.
children though.
And just so everybody knows, attacking civilian infrastructure, so like power plants, transportation infrastructure, things like that, those things are classified as war crimes. You cannot do that. Like,
I wonder why that's why he didn't.
somebody was probably like, yo, fuckhead, you can't do that, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Plus, we haven't gone back to Congress to be like, "Hey, sorry, we fucked that. We started
Congress still
war."
hasn't approved this fucking war, which isn't a war, even though we're already at war.
Yeah. See, we had fucked that up.
Ugh.
Nobody stapled the papers and stamped it, so
Mm-mm.
we don't
Nope.
need to go back. We don't need to go back.
Stupid.
So, a big question that I had, and I still have, is can dump truck be charged for all of these wrongdoings right now, after whatever? I don't know. I haven't
I
gotten a fair
believe
answer on it.
so. I
I haven't gotten
think that
a
that
fair
can
answer.
happen. Like, the problem is that someone needs to do
Do
something. Like,
something.
I don't know if it's like the United Nations needs to get on board with some of this shit, if NATO needs to get on board with some of this shit, but something, I don't know why nothing has happened, frankly. I don't. Um eh, Everybody is scared of us apparently, and this
He
is
said the
like,
new.
he was the no new wars president. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was one of the things he said. He said we don't want any new wars. No new wars. Blah 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 blah. No new wars.
can we?
Lower grocery prices, lower
Oh,
gas
oh, oh,
prices.
oh,
Meanwhile,
oh.
I have never I have never paid this much to fill up my car, and I'm so glad that my car has great fucking gas mileage, because this is bullshit. It is. We are over $5 a gallon, I think, in Arizona in most places.
The national average is about 416 at the moment.
The fries
Um,
right down the street is at $4.99. The QT right down the street is at $4.99. Diesel is at like over $6 a gallon.
Which is kind of weird because that's like the people that are like for him. So,
Right.
like,
Right. And I love that the people that are like, Biden did this are all very quiet right now.
so
Very quiet right now. Like you were mad when, Biden made the gas prices $3.50. Now we're at almost $5. Why aren't you outraged at this point? Because you were very vocal about it when Biden did this.
fill in those pockets, y'all. That is
Whatever.
all that is happening. This is
Like y'all
very.
literally asked for this. Literally asked for this. So, anyway, some slightly happier news.
Whew. That was so heavy. So heavy. Let's get into something. Pink News posted a reel of the first openly gay mayor of Munich.
Munich, Germany.
Munich. Kissing his fiance after winning the recent election. Cheers and kisses to Munich's first openly gay mayor.
And I think he's the youngest mayor that they've had as
shit.
well. I
Hello,
think it was either him or somebody else that is also gay somewhere else. I don't remember, but I think he is one of the youngest like politicians as well as being openly gay. So that is definitely something.
Taking over the world, the gay agenda.
That's what we plan to do.
That's what we're doing now. So, How do you say the name of this country?
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg becomes the second country. Luxembourg.
Yeah. Has become the second country in the world to enshrine, so beautiful, abortion rights in its constitution. Can you imagine?
My God.
I didn't know, though. What I didn't know was that this is following France's lead. The country has enshrined this fundamental reproductive right a little bit now, a couple of years now. But so just imagine you wake up tomorrow. Not with this regime, you're not gonna get it. But like imagine you're in a new regime that is hopefully way fucking better. And they say, you know what, let's just put it in. Write it in.
We haven't see the problem is that with our constitution, all of our shit, we haven't touched our constitution in what 200 fucking years almost. Like we haven't.
We just keep adding laws and then we shut down those laws and then
right, and we're basically sort of like at this point we're like, what constitution? What are you talking about?
Like, I think gay marriage should not be just a law. I think it should be written into the Constitution.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se. Yeah,
because you know why? Well, we talk about it all the time. It's the colonialism. It's the misogyny. It's the we're not going to do.
We don't give a fuck about women's rights. About anybody that happens to have a vagina, we don't give a fuck. We don't care.
Or darker skin.
We don't care. Anybody who is not white, cisgender, male, and well off, we don't care.
So interesting that people of non-melanin want to be like us.
Well, yeah, they want the culture.
Also, I've been doing this all night because I know that it's wrong. It's supposed to be this. Stop doing this.
I see a lot of people do that, include like people like black folks, people of color. Like I see them doing it that way all the time. Yeah, that's how I see them. Like that's how I see them doing it all the time.
Also, I watched a really good video about how Black culture couldn't exist without the intertwinings of Black gay culture. So get into it.
That's why I'm like, anytime I see like someplace hosts any sort of like a ball or whatever with no Black folks involved, I'm like, you. It's like, well, we have this person of color over here. No, 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 no. That's not the same. It is not the same. This specific culture comes from Black culture. You can't like this. You can't just ignore that. That you and pretend that just because you have this person over here that might have something in them that I'm like, no, unless you should not be having balls unless you are including Black folks on like it's judges, right? They're judges.
Mm-hmm. On the
Like
panel.
on the panel, the organization of it. Like if you are not Black, don't. The
Mm-hmm.
predominant folks involved in these things, like with the planning, with the judging, with the being involved, should be Black. Period. Like,
Though I will say that I planned a ball and I fully, in retrospect, you have to make mistakes to learn, would go back and get some folks to help me the next time.
probably a good idea.
Yeah. It was
But
a
yeah, the predominant, like for the most part, anything ball related, you should not. If you are white, you shouldn't be. You need to pass that off to somebody else. Like you need to.
or be really damn good at it, because
But even then, it's like you're literally like, I don't know.
just
It's
don't
just
claim the
it's
culture. Don't claim the culture as absent
no.
when you weren't.
Just it just bothers me. Like as someone who has white male privilege, like I see stuff like that, and I'm like,
Also, like, if you know that you took language that you don't know what it means, it has
oh,
to.
I never know what half the language means anyway. Just
I
listen to the
mean, but most of
teenagers.
it comes
Like
from Black
you look at the
culture, so
right
be careful.
between the stuff that comes from the Black and the gay culture, and like the Black gay culture and stuff. It's like,
Be careful, because
yeah,
sometimes you think you said the right thing
mm,
and you didn't.
yeah. That's why
Especially
I
on
just
social
don't.
media. Just
That's
speak
why I just
English.
don't. I'm like, I don't.
Just keep to that.
If I do it, you know that I'm doing it ironically because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mm-mm.
I like this good news. Florence Welsh of Florence and the Machine, love their music,
Mm-hmm.
is partnering with Planned Parenthood on tour amid because we're not doing what France and the
Right.
other countries are doing. We have life and death fight over here for abortion rights. We're doing nothing to support women. We're doing
Nope.
nothing to support AFAB individuals. We're
Nope.
doing nothing to support trans
Nope.
people.
No. In fact, just the opposite. We're doing everything we can to take away rights from all of the above.
Yeah. You know, I
Yay.
feel like people get quieter when you give them what they want.
Right. Right.
I could be wrong.
Right.
I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I've never ran a country before. But some groups that you're targeting, it's a little off. It's a little off. Just a
Right.
little off. Yeah. The 1%.
Right.
And that 1% for no reason. Anyway.
Right.
So we went up in the air. We went to the moon, or we're circling the moon. We're circling the moon, doing something.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And the internet went crazy because in the live feed, as they're like interviewing one of the astronauts, a Nutella bottle like floats up in front of the screen and just
It was like perfect like product placement. Like you couldn't have
and then it
planned
just
that shit.
disappeared behind them, and you were like, "What? Nutella? Okay,
Have
Nutella."
you seen like the pictures that are coming like of the moon that are coming from this
Yes,
oh
yes.
my god. As someone that has been like obsessed with space since I was little, like seeing these pictures that are so clear that look like they're like right in front of you. Like it's so cool. So fucking cool.
So you'll be blown away when they go up in 2028. Is it 2020? Yes, it is. It's 2028 because that's what they're doing.
I'm like,
They're
I'll
doing all
go. Right. I'm
Oh
like,
my god,
I'll
that would be so
go.
fun! First trans guy in
I'd
space.
probably get motion sick like nobody's business, but I'll still
Well,
do
you don't
it.
even like roller coasters, so this would not be your ticket.
You know what? It's fine. I'm still gonna go. I don't care. Just give me a little barf bag. It'll be fine. Like,
I'll be like, he filled
take some
up.
Dramamine.
He filled up the space station. We're gonna need to.
Sorry.
But that was such a moment. I think other brands were mentioned. I was like, well, now we're having marketing in space. Okay.
I mean, sci-fi says yes.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
You're gonna start putting billboards on the moon. Like, that's the next step.
Jessica Alba was one of the ones that got to hear like her brand mentioned because that's like the lotion that they use. There were some other ones, but I was like, oh, proud marketing moments. But
right.
Hopefully, we don't start cluttering space. I don't.
It's gonna be like you see like on all like the shows
Like
and the movies and things.
Futurama.
Like you're gonna have like an asteroid that comes by with a billboard on it. You know, like
Yeah,
you're
very
gonna have like
Futurama.
right and like personal injury lawyers with a billboard on the moon kind of thing. Like
Though if I
that's
see
what's next.
Raffi one more time, I need to know what his budget is.
If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Raffi. Raffi'll fucking have a billboard on the fucking
You know
moon.
what? Somebody sent me a photo and they were like, what do you see here? And it was in California. And I was like, how is he there?
Yeah. He's everywhere.
And they're like, he's everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, he's following you.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, what do we got coming up?
So on 4/17, we have Drag Bingo and Cats over at the Phoenix Cat Cafe. I believe there's like, are we sold out? Oh, we have 2 tickets left. Maybe. That things could have changed
at the time of this recording, because this is the bitch. Somebody will send me a piece of this recording and say, "Look, you said this was not sold out." At the time of this recording,
as of when we started this broadcast, there were 2 tickets left. Things could have changed in the last hour or so. So, just saying, there could be no tickets left, but there might be 2 tickets left. That's it. I'm excited because my partner and her other partner are going to be there. She's never been to a Drag Bingo and Cats. I'm like, really? No, I'm like, I've been together for 6 years and I've been doing this for like ever, and you haven't been to one. Cool, thanks, babe.
Wow.
It's terrible. She doesn't support me.
So terrible.
It's awful.
I guess. Well, I guess we'll have like part 2 because your family was at the other one.
Right.
So
right.
We'll just have part 2.
Right.
Instead of calling mom, she'll be there.
Right.
And then if you don't get tickets to Drag Bingo and Cats, or if you just want to go to both, this one and this one, I'm hosting Drag Bingo at Drink Me Tea Room, and it is Alice in Wonderland themed. The last time I did Alice in Wonderland, a whole group of friends dressed as every character except for Alice, and they took a picture with me because I was the Alice to the whole thing. So I challenge you, just saying that there's people that love themes.
Yep. Absolutely.
So if you dress the theme, I will be very excited. That is very encouraging.
And then in just a few weeks, I am going to be at Southwest Love Fest. I'm going to be doing a couple of panels on the Saturday. But if you, regardless of whether you are poly or not, this is
If you
a great
love
way
love,
to
just show
get
up.
some education on like relationships, communication, all sorts of things. You can get tickets at lovefestevents.com, and it gives you a breakdown of all the presenters, the type of panels that are going to be there, the type of workshops, the stuff that other stuff that's going to be going on that weekend. So I highly recommend getting tickets and doing this and learning some stuff. Maybe you have friends that are poly, or you know, you want to learn some more about it. This is like a good opportunity to do it, even though not everything is necessarily like poly centered. A lot of it is, but there's also I like some kink things I believe in there. Like I said, communication. Like there's all sorts of stuff.
I thought I saw something about intimacy.
There's a lot of intimacy stuff. So
But
there's
not
like there's
necessarily poly focused is
no,
what.
there's not everything is polyfocus for sure. It can all be applied to poly relationships,
Mhm.
but not everything is like specifically geared towards poly folks. So I recommend that. Lovefestevents.com.
Let's do it. And you can book us for office parties. I haven't been booked for an office party in a long time.
Oh, also, if anybody feels so inclined, I'll still take, like, if anybody wants to throw some money in the pot for our honeymoon fund, because our honeymoon is
Oh,
happening
that's right.
immediately after Love Fest, Southwest Love Fest, like immediately. So you know, if anybody wants to contribute to that, my birthday's coming up in July. We can just call it an early birthday present or a late birthday
Mhm.
present if you didn't get me anything last year, or like a late
Oh,
or an early Christmas
oh,
present or
oh.
whatever. Um,
Bar
but if you
mitzvah.
know, if anybody wants that information, you can either like Venmo me, Cash App me, or we do have a honey fund where you can, you know, we'll take gift cards, Disney gift cards,
Hysterectomies.
Visa gift cards, whatever. We're not
Burritos.
picky. We're not picky.
Chipotle gift
Disney gift
card.
cards would be wonderful because we can just apply that straight to like food and things. But yeah, so if anybody wants to do that, you know, I appreciate you.
I was kind of on the cusp of begging.
You know what?
You're there.
Times is just saying. Not
Times are tough. Times are tough. Amen. So you could book us for holiday parties. Though, if
Neither of us
you
are Jewish, but we'll totally do like bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs, circumcisions.
also, I don't mind. I've been booked at parks before. I don't mind parks, but
Probably
in
might.
June, July, August, I
Yeah, no.
September's
Do
okay.
not book outdoor drag during the summer here, and also outdoor drag in a public park is probably not
It
the
pays.
safest bet
Right.
right this second. So maybe rethink
Mm,
that if that's like something on
I
your
mean,
agenda. Just saying.
bring,
Just saying.
just saying, air conditioning is lovely and safe.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
That's all I'll say. Check out our Patreon because we'll be doing things. I don't know what those things are. But, I do stuff on there from time to time.
I'm gonna be posting something on there shortly. It's y'all will be getting like a first exclusive like
Ooh,
thing piece of
ooh,
info. I
mm.
know. It's very exciting.
You haven't posted it there yet.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay. Um, I haven't posted my thing yet either, so that's weird.
It's fine. It's
We're
fine.
procrastinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a wonderful evening. Be safe out there. Do good things for yourself.
Take care of yourself and
Yes.
each other. Thank you, Jerry Springer.
Yikes. And we'll see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. Let's see if the outro works or
We'll
if it
try.
doesn't.
Good night. It
But
didn't last time, but it's
okay,
fine.
bye.
Bye.